Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Diarmuid O'Donovan from DOD Photography. Today guys, I want to bring to you a gimbal that I recently acquired. It's called the FeiyuTech AK4000. Okay, full disclosure, Hainel Industries, they sponsor our podcast, the Irish Photography Podcast. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, and Spotify. Check out Spotify also. Now, so they sponsor the podcast, so I said I'm sick of my Ronin M, DJI Ronin M. It's too heavy, it's too bulky. I paid, Jesus, close to €2,000 for it nearly 2 years ago, and I just felt like I wasn't getting use out of it because it's so cumbersome to bring with me here, there and everywhere. So I said, right, I need a new gimbal, so what should I do? Right, I'm going to sell this Ronin M. So happy days, sold it to a lovely lad from Dublin, got €700 for it. So I cut my loss and nearly €1,300 down. But I said to the lads in Hainel Industries, yeah, I'm looking for a new gimbal. So had a look around. You have the DJI Ronin S, you have the Zhiyun crane, is that it? And then you have the FeiyuTech Gimbal AK4000. So they said to me, here, Diarmuid, take this, check it out, see what you think. So yeah, full disclosure, I have not paid for this yet. But I will, more than likely, be paying for it. I'm sure I'll get a discount. So, what do I think of it? It's bloody awesome. Where do I start? I'm walking through UL, and myself and hooking up with David Woodland. And the two of us are going to put the FeiyuTech AK4000 gimbal to a bit of test. This bad boy right here, it is freaking awesome. So we're here with David Woodland, and we are in UL Living Bridge, so we're going to do a bit of testing on the FeiyuTech AK4000 gimbal. We're going to have fun.
I'm going to try.
Well, I'm going to look amazing. You not so much. You're not as pretty as me. You know, but well, we'll have a bit of fun.
We'll try.
Let's crack on.
Let's do it.
So, why do I need it? Okay, the reason why I do need it is because I do certain different kind of, vlogs, and I do a small bit of work here and there for video work. I do the odd wedding, which I'm not too fond of, but look, it brings in a bit of extra cash. So they're the people who it's most likely for, you know, like content creators, YouTubers and all them. I think it's an absolute gem piece of equipment. It's very strong, very sturdy. The build quality is really, really good. Not only do you get this, you actually get an extension pole with it also, and it can make it that extra bit long. So when you're doing certain shots, okay, when it's just this part, you're going to be very steady, but with this you're going to have that extra bit of support and that extra bit of smoothness to your video. So just twist underneath. You can still put your tripod on at the bottom and also. So when you do have your camera set up, you're going to have this extension the whole way around. And then when you're doing underslung, bring it down to the bottom, you can hold it from the top. Okay, it's quite cool. The gimbal itself, the AK4000, is going to take a payload of 4 kilograms or 8.8 pounds. The battery itself is going to last for about 12 hours usage time, and you get the charger with it, so it's great. And it takes a while to charge. I don't know what the exact figure is, but whenever I do charge my batteries, I normally just plug it in night before I go to bed. I wake up in the morning, they're fully done, ready to go again. So it's got a touch screen on it. So just right here, it's an LCD touch screen. It's absolutely fantastic. So you don't have to have the camera set up via cable into the gimbal itself. You can also have it set up on an app, and you can connect it via Wi-Fi, which is absolutely awesome, absolutely fantastic. Also with this, you are going to get a focus motor wheel. So years ago, it used to have these gimbal or these focus follow things, and they cost you a couple of €100, and they didn't work really well. But with this, you actually get it with it, and it basically connects onto the side of it on the top part, and then a kind of rubber bar goes around your lens around here, and then it moves it for you on this dial at the side here, which is quite cool. So balancing the camera, the gimbal itself is actually quite okay, but you just want to watch a YouTube video from FeiyuTech themselves on how to balance the camera, because I didn't look at it first, and I just went, well, men normally don't read manuals or look things up anyway, and I did it ourselves. So then I went back, I was like, okay, I must be doing something wrong, because I can hear all these vibrations. So if you just go back and look at the video and see how it's actually done properly, then you'll have a better understanding of how it works, and it's not going to shake and go a bit mad on you. So we'll just throw it on for you now. So we're going to switch it on now. Great stuff. Now, as you can see, lovely and smooth, no matter what I do. So you're going to get lovely, absolutely smooth footage. Okay, again, so you have your touch screen here. So you have your payload settings, your rotation time, which is a time-lapse feature, a moving time-lapse feature. Have a look at this bonus footage here now. So the bonus footage here is it's your rotation time, moving time-lapse. It's absolutely fantastic. So you set your point in one place here, and you move it to your next, and you just set the time that you want, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then set up your time-lapse photograph, or if you want to do video, if you're lazy, you can do it that way also. So whether it be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however slow you want, and you can ramp up the speed then in post-production. So that's quite a cool feature. Okay, you have your scroll settings, capture mode, whether you want it in smooth or action, and you just slide like a phone, like an iPhone or whatever, to get out of it. Your auto rotation, okay, press escape. So if I wanted to do my auto rotation, I said it's just here, it's my first point, press OK. And I said, where's your ending point? This is your time lapse, and just over here, press OK. And now off it goes. And that's on a 4 minutes 58 second time lapse now at the moment. For the vibrations when you're balancing the camera, I saw one guy on YouTube that he was giving out about the gimbal, saying that this gimbal vibrations all the time, but it'll only have a vibration for you if you have the wrong balancing in, or even the wrong payload. So if you telling the gimbal that it has got 3.5 kilograms on the gimbal, then it's going to vibrate. That means the motor is working extra hard. So you just need to set it for the appropriate setting, and it'll work quite fine. Happy days. Also, when you have set up the camera via Wi-Fi onto your app, you can also control the ISO and the exposure settings from inside the gimbal itself. You can also set up your white balance and a few other bits and bobs as well. The infinite roll is one of the reasons that I wanted to get one of these gimbals, because you couldn't do it with the Ronin M. And when I got this gimbal, I found it a bit hard at first to figure out how to do it, because I had the wrong payload settings in. It didn't have enough power to turn the gimbal the whole way around. However, when I did kind of figure out how to set up the infinite roll, it was quite okay. I found that with a bit more practice I could have done it a bit better, but I was a bit stuck for time, so I did it the best I could. You gotta look at it here now, check it out. Now the tripod at the bottom itself is it's got holes in it, so the screw holes. So I think it's a 3/8 or 5/8 screw. So you can actually put on monitors or microphones or whatever you want onto it as an added extra. So if you're holding the gimbal here, you can have your monitor sticking up here on the side with a magic arm, and you can be checking it out from here rather than looking at it on the screen on the back of the camera, which isn't actually the best. On a Sony, obviously. The back screen is actually quite crap. So this gimbal itself is actually very good for someone who wanted to get into videography. Even just being a beginner, all you need to learn how to do is balance the camera and off you go, and you're going to get decent shots. So some really interesting kind of focus racking shots. So you're behind somewhere like a desk and you're pulling it up and you're panning onto something else, you know. That can be quite a cool effect. But like, it's really easy to figure out how to do. So like I said, just watch that video and you're golden on how to balance that camera. And like I said, anyone can use it. If I can use it, that means you can use it, genuinely. Also, there's a few modes inside this gimbal. So you have the most popular one is HF. HF mode kind of sticks like that. You kind of do a lot of different movements. Okay. And you can just the dial here, and you can move it from here, and then if you double tap this button here, it'll go straight back to your center point for you. So that's kind of handy if you do kind of get off a bit. This dial up here on the side can be used for the focus also, do you know, when we talked about earlier, the focus motor, but also that it can turn it upside down or from pan from top to bottom. Okay, and you can change it to the sides also, just from a tap of the touchscreen. It's absolutely fantastic. The other one is TF, so that's tilt follow. Okay, so it's going to move down with you. Whereas in HF mode, okay, it's going to tilt for you, just like so. But on TF tilt, it's going to come down with you. Okay, then you have AF. All right. So we'll switch back to the center. I'll pick AF mode, and that's going to do something similar as well. Okay. Whereas it's not going to roll. Alright, then we have lock mode, LK. So it's just kind of like HF, okay, but it's locked onto what it sees in front of it. So in the position that you have it, it's going to kind of stay there. So we were kind of pointed at the ceiling a second ago. Boom. That's loads of fun. Alright, and then you have HFR, and that's the roll movement. So I really do like this gimbal. I really do feel that with a bit more practice and a bit more use, I'm going to get more out of it. It's like everything, like if you're any good at soccer, you know, the more you practice, the better you're going to get. So for the cost of it, it's coming in at €650, which is an absolute bargain, considering that you get the focus motor wheel with that, and you get the carbon fiber extension pole. It's a beast of a gimbal, you know. The one thing that I didn't like about the gimbal is with a Sigma Art, the 85mm lens. Now it is a front heavy lens, so when I was using it with the Sony, I had the MC11 adapter also, and I couldn't balance it with it. I'd need maybe a counterbalance at the back of the Sony to kind of counteract it, but I just couldn't seem to use the 85 1.4, which was a shame because I was really looking forward to using that lens on a bit of B-roll footage. It would have been class, you know. So it's something that maybe there is a way to get around it. I just don't know what it is. So I really look forward to maybe figuring out if there's a way that I can fix that, you know. But that would be my kind of only bad point about it. Like I said, the build quality is quite good. It's quite strong, good structured. There's nothing flimsy in it like a cheap Chinese model thing, you know. It's built to last, you know. And there's so many things you can do with this, and the only thing that's holding you back is yourself. So you just have to get your creative mind juice flowing and come up with some great results for yourself, you know. So that's it, guys. That's my review of the FeiyuTech AK4000. I really hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget you can subscribe to my channel if you want. Hit a like below, a comment, whatever you want to do. I'd really appreciate it. You can pick up your FeiyuTech gimbal anywhere here in Ireland. You can get it up in Conn's Cameras and a few other retailers, or you can just contact Hainel Industries themselves, and I'm sure they'll get on to you and tell you where you can get some other dealers. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Hey yo!